See, you're smiling already.
I am happier, yeah.
There we go.
He deals with flavor the way others deal with gold.
It's all about the aroma. It's all about in your mind and the feeling that gives you.
Rare, measured, and made to stay with you.
I have to raise the inventory because you want to get more clients. So you keep going up.
From starting out as a waiter in New York to running a world-renowned luxury food business.
So look, this one is a truffle that costs 10,000 dirham kilo. This is 15, this is 20.
Massimo Vidoni turned the taste for extraordinary into a global empire. He is the truffle man behind Ital Touch, the go-to for Michelin chefs, royals, and anyone chasing perfection.
And now I do it even better because now I do it without any pressure.
This episode is about seeing an opportunity before anyone else can smell it. Let's get into it. Massimo, you deal with the rarest ingredients in the world, truffles and caviar. Tell me more about the story on how it actually began.
So I always had this business in mind to buy and sell. I've always been good and doing that with little things. In New York, I saw a sign that says, looking for Italian waiter. I was Italian. In 1992, I was 21. There was not many Italians from Italy, really, actually, in New York. I started to be a waiter. I was very, very good selling all the specials. And, panzanella is amazing. You have to try it. And as a waiter, they get you to keep the tips of the table. So there was 25 tables, 5 waiters. And each one was getting the tip of the 5 table you were taking care of. And Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday lunch, I was making $2,500 just in tips because, and that is more than an average, than a surgeon in amount in cash than you can make in my country.
You're clearly great at it. No. Talking to people.
Yeah, it was I was also, the chef was telling you, try to sell the special panzanella is a Tuscan sauce. Everything went good until it became truffle season. And I'm from Italy, I know truffle, but I never thought then people were paying for 4 or 5 slices on a plate of pasta, a regular pasta. Tagliatelle with butter and some 5 grams of truffle, 5 slices of truffle on it, $100, $150 for the plate. It's a great business. The restaurant make a lot of money, either buy very cheap or... And then when I find out how much they were paying and everything, I would do some calculations. So I could sell it for half and still make money, And so I started to bring back some truffle for the restaurant. When I went home in vacation, I bring up some. I used to call my friends, come, I buy you a trip, come for the weekend, bring me 2 kilos from this guy and the other guy. And then the season of white truffle starts between October and end in December. So 2-3 months, I made extra money. I was good. So I was, I can't wait till next year. We start more prepared, and that's how truffle came into my life.
What a story!
Yes, it started as a little thing. Then I thought, because going to school, you cannot just smuggle in stuff and try to make a living. You have to. I wanted always to do things the right way and to win the right way. So I started to apply for a job in a big company that was selling truffle, importing truffle in New York. They didn't want to hire me, so I said, look, just give me a percentage of whatever I sell. If I sell good, otherwise you don't pay me anything. But I'm talking 1992, was very, very small, the market. So by luck, I also got to know all the Thomas Keller, John George, the Gordon Ramsay, all the big shots that now are the guru of the cuisine, that are impossible. I met them all. I remember going to bring a truffle to Nobu. When Nobu opened up, Nobu in New York, Morimoto was a sous chef. I mean, Morimoto is another big shot with 26 restaurant empire now. And I used to go bring them the truffle. I was like 21, 22, and they were like 40, 35. So that was very, very lucky. And that's how everything started. And I like to sell luxury and niche product because I'm very good at that.
No, that's absolutely true. And I mean, you built a career around that. You said something very interesting, though, which is when you moved to New York, you realized people are willing to pay for truffle,
yes,
right? I'd love to know, because you lived in 3 markets, Italy, New York, and now Dubai. How do those markets differ in terms of how people view and value luxury and how much they're willing to spend for it?
I always thought that when you buy quality or when you buy the best, you cry only once, they say in Italy.
But then you realize that these markets are willing to pay once and cry once and enjoy it.
But in New York, you really notice then there is really people willing to pay. Now you can go to Azuma, you can have caviar, you can go to everything. But the difference is in that time, a can of caviar was $2,000 for a 50 gram. The caviar totally changed. The truffle also changed because it became expensive, but because there's more demand. And
Yeah.
the kind of truffle stayed the same because the white truffle are only you cannot farm it. Okay, you can only they're wild, and you have to train a dog to find them. Like you have to find normally wild boar and pigs find them, but you cannot go around up the hills of Italy with a 300-kilo pig. And everybody will see you come back with a couple of kilos of truffle. They will rob you minimum.
Yeah.
So, and it's very hard to go around. No, people that find truffle, they maybe work in the post office. They are nurses, and they stay home. They call sick for 2 months. They go around finding truffle 5 o'clock in the morning, and then if they find 200-300 grams, for them is more than what they make in a month.
So it's like passive income for these people.
There's really a big industry. Then September to December, they call sick.
Anyone who could find it could sell it then.
No, yes, and also they're very territorial because all the white truffle are only grown mostly, you cannot farm it. So if you start to go around with a new car and me and you go around truffle hunting in an area that we don't know anybody, man, minimum you have your car tires lashed or they're going to stop you. That's why they fake and they dress like hunters. So usually they use dogs as mutt
Yeah.
or like hunting dogs. So they can go around and they have also a license for hunting and they carry a rifle. So at least if you try to confront me, I have a rifle. It's really, really complicated.
But then how do you get it from, let's say, Italy back to Dubai? And how do you
As
start
for the
the
market,
demand?
so
Yes.
when I started to go to different markets. So the most famous truffle markets are in Italy, are in Aqualagna, are in Umbria, in Norcia. Alba for the white truffle is the most coveted and famous. And so I was trying to make a deal with them to have a guarantee influx of truffle, because when I started in New York, I started 1, 2, 3 kilo. Then you have one restaurant. Then chefs are amazing,
Absolutely.
and for them truffle is very profitable because it's something then is actually very, very expensive. You think the truffle is costly, but it's actually lowers their food cost. Because if you make a pizza will cost you that much. But then if you add the 3 slices of truffle, you can charge $150 more.
You've been dealing though with truffle for so many years.
Yes,
Don't you get
yes.
sick of it?
No, I love it.
Yeah. You're
I
clearly
yesterday-
passionate about
I really
it. Yeah.
I really like the taste. I really like the
Yeah.
flavor. I really like truffle caviar. I'm never sick. I can eat all the time. Really, I never got to the point of, that's it. And I've been eating a lot of
And it's
truffle
clear. I
caviar.
mean, you're passionate about this. You decided to build a business about this.
When I went to New York, because I always had the motto, if you do it in New York, if you make it there, you can make it anywhere, like Frank Sinatra. And so when I sold the company after 18 years in New York, and I got some money there, I thought it was all the money in the world. I go back to Italy, I speak Spanish, I learn Japanese, I'm Italian, I did business in New York, I can do what I want in Italy, it's gonna be like amazing. Lasted 1 year, I was so bored, I was so crushed with I did the American dream, let's say, in my head, and I go back to Milan. My wife was pregnant, and my daughter was born. So after 2 years, I couldn't take it anymore. So we moved to Dubai in October 15, actually, really October 15, 2011. But so I saw the potential in Dubai, and I have to say, after having the American dream, the Dubai dream is much, much better.
Really?
Yes, it's much,
I
much
believe
better.
that, yeah.
Starting as an entrepreneur here, there is a lot of steps in any country you have to adapt. And so you have to understand the legal aspect. I always suggest to do everything legal, pay your taxes, declare everything, do your things correct. And then, of course, you have to have a bit of luck, a bit of sixth sense of when you're doing things. And for example, the first 2-3 years I was in a loop where, yes, I was making money, but I was never seeing it, because you make maybe money, but because you keep growing,
You're
your
reinvesting
inventory
it,
goes
yeah.
up. So, okay, this year I made, after 3-4 years, I made $1 million dirham. Perfect, profit. Where are they? They're not in my bank account because I still have a receivable, a couple of million. I have to raise the inventory because you want to get more clients. So you keep going up. And so you manage your growth, you learn to manage your growth. In America, you go to the bank, you get money. Here, the bank never give me a penny. I have to do it all with the profit. So all the profit was always put inside. For more than 10 years, I was just getting sometimes I was getting my own salary, which I always did good because here to show to the bank in case one day you want to have a loan or something. Now, my wife, at a certain point, worked for the entertainer. She could get a 2-3 million dirham loan to buy a house, no problem. I couldn't, even if I was making 3 times more than she does. She did, and so
That's the problem entrepreneurs face.
yeah,
Here in
because
the
you're only
region.
business, and yeah, okay, I have a warehouse, then I rent all the stuff inside. I could sell it and disappear in 10 minutes. During COVID, I had I was really there. Like, oh my God, look, all we did for like almost 8 years. Now it's gonna be gone. What do I have a mortgage in my house? We just bought a villa in Springs. Also there, the craziness of Dubai. I bought a villa in Springs, was 1.7 million. I was like, oh my God. Like years before was a bit cheaper, but we don't know it's gonna be
Now
a good
it's
move
a lot
or
more
not.
than that.
Then we sold it for 4.2. So it's like, well, 4 years later. It's
That's
like,
great. That's Dubai for you.
that
Yeah.
was, I felt like Jesus Christ, doubling the fishes, doubling the wine, doubling the money. I was like, it's impossible that it's so easy.
And you have to try different things as well.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. But while we're talking about numbers and all of that, I'd like to get into pricing a bit more. How did you figure out what to price your products initially in Dubai?
But there are different things. For example, I have the benchmark of what I did in New York. Okay, so I was trying to do it in New York, and it didn't matter because maybe the crown prince called and want the truffle to. He could pay 1 million dirham, so I could charge 1 million, 100,000, 50,000. He'd probably buy once and then never talk to me anymore. Once you explain to people that what is the truffle, it's not just truffle like you buying. Like I say, potatoes. Truffle. Imagine if I sell you a diamond, and you have 4 one carat diamonds. Well, the real one. Now they have all the fake ones. I'm talking about. I'm talking about when there was the real one. A 4 carat diamond costs much more than a one carat one. So when I was here, I was seeing that everybody was buying small truffle because here the purchasing. Most of them are from India, are from the Middle East.
Yeah.
They search on the computer truffle, the cheapest quote. So fresh truffle. It doesn't matter if you have 5 prices, nobody buys the biggest one.
Yeah.
But because they don't know what they're buying.
So you're saying
1
they did not
carat,
understand.
They did not understand the quality. So when I used to go to show the chef, and so look, this one is a truffle that costs 10,000 dirham a kilo. This is 15. This is 20. And if you want a special one, it's gonna cost you more than 50 because of a kilo. I started to sell truffle to Zuma. And then Roberto wanted a bigger one, so I got him a bigger one. Then from 390 grams became the biggest was 500 grams. Then the year after 800 grams until Roberto's bought one truffle of 1 kilo and 5 grams.
Wow.
And then it got picked up again by CNN, by everybody else, by Bloomberg.
Yeah.
People understood then if you buy 10 smaller truffle, it's not the same thing if you buy a bigger one. To have truffle, when I say is like to have a time bomb, is because they lose 2 to 3% of their weight every day. In a year, it's a lot. It's not one. So you have to factor that in.
And at what point at your journey did it turn into from being a boutique supplier to a multi-market operation?
It's happened right after COVID. Okay, until COVID, I was the secret I was like the chef best friend. I was the truffle man. Okay, so bring in truffle. I started just to bring in caviar they invited me in China. I came back with 2 kilos. I brought in back 2 kilos. I started to give it around, and it's the same one. Then they found in the best caviar houses in France, which they buy from China, they repack it. I went to see, look, from China, no way, nobody wants a caviar from China. I said, look, it's like over there, I went to see the farm, it's like a Swiss clinic, trust me, So at the beginning, they were a bit hesitant. So then I started to say, okay, make it with your label. I put, okay, so you have Sushi Samba, or you have this other client or that client. I make the label, make the spoon and everything, so the caviar, you don't have to show them it's from China, you just say with the species. And then it started to go, and now we do 3-4 tons just with the Chinese caviar.
Oh, wow.
So that was another revenue that almost doubled my sales.
That's an interesting point that you made, because there might be, they're not open to getting from China, but you put the brand there.
It was a mindset. It was a mindset. So for them, if you buy from France, it's better. I said, no, but look, if you buy from France, it's the same China, that's 14,000 kilometers instead than 7,000. It's the same caviar. So the French chef was hard to convince. But the other chef, they're more open. There is people here that have no problem absolutely to use Chinese caviar. No, like if you get Chinese guys, if you get Indonesian guy, if you get something, they're okay from China. It's good. They don't think like they all chef from France. Ooh, you crazy? And then you're driving a Jetour. Okay, why? So like why don't you buy Defender? Oh no, but it's the same. The same. You see. So you start to show them that the world is changing.
With your business as well, you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
But something that's interesting, when we talked about New York, Italy, Dubai, now China, you've also expanded into India, I hear.
If I go back 20 years, I will probably move to India soon. And because I believe then the market is ripe and is ready to explode. I think the second and third generation are going back to try to use the opportunity, and they want to eat like they eat in London. They want to eat like they eat in when they went to high school, they went to university, whatever. They went abroad, and they want to eat and they want to have the same things again.
Massimo, you came with a goodie bag over there. Show us the goods.
Yes, see. So here we have uncinato on truffle. These are white truffle. It's called tuber magnatum pico, is in Latin. You see, inside is all white. You have a membrane. You can have one. This is what is a white gold than you find in Italy. So the hunters go out, and even to find 3 truffle like this, then is about 100 grams. For them is a big reward. They can round up, and you can pay rent with something like this.
So how much does this cost?
These are about 30 grams. Today is about 1,200 dirham. 1,200, 1,500 dirham cost retail.
It's not
this is all about the aroma. It's all about in your mind and the feeling that gives you. The white truffle is supposed to give you a feeling of euphoric happiness, something. Then you see you're smiling already.
I am happier, yeah.
There we go. Have 2.
Thank you so much, Massimo.
You're welcome.
If you could have some predictions for the next decade, what would that be?
I sell luxury food, consider luxury food, but to me it's just a specific ingredient that help. It's more individualistic, it's more people really want to be dictated anymore by big brand.
The trend that people want more meaningful experiences, want more community-led things, we're definitely seeing that change.
One thing is great in Dubai that I forgot to say before also when I was talking about truffle and caviar, is then here the different culture. When I say like the Dubai dream is better than American dream, because here it got amplified. You have the guy that does Himanshu, then does the pani puri, and they can put truffle in it or caviar on it. You have the Indonesian guy that was a sous chef in France and did the season here. Maybe worked for Jumeirah for some other company, and now he has his own bistro and come up with something. So there's
like fusions.
And because money-wise is more accessible, there's more space to try. They try dishes that they will never have tried at home.
And that also changes from, as a business perspective, your market size, because the cuisines that can use it also now expand, right? Because of that diversity that you're talking about.
Absolutely. The good thing then the leader did here is then, I see Dubai really a great incubator for business.
For sure.
No?
I mean, you see a lot of
for
businesses
startup, for business.
Here.
If you do something with passion, with some kind of something you really want to do, and the persistence, maybe a bit of luck, maybe it was fate or something. To me, I always saw then people that work very hard or something are always the luckier. No,
because you put in the effort into it, and like you said, the Dubai dream is where it's at. Thank you so much, Massimo.
You're welcome.